Welcome to the True Rotarian podcast. This podcast is specially designed for all the true Rotarians by a true Rotarian.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, my name is A.K. Rotarian Hemant Bhasin, past president of Rotary Club of Delhi South End, and today we are going to talk about Rotary Foundation's program of scale, an ambitious project designed to amplify Rotary's impact globally. Some of you must be wondering, what is this program of scale all about? Well, Rotary International has been synonymous with community service and humanitarian efforts, and to elevate their impact, the Rotary Foundation introduced program of scale grants. This grant aims to support large-scale evidence-based initiatives that address critical issues across multiple regions. The objective is to fund substantial and sustainable high-impact programs that can be scaled to serve a larger population. The grant details are very simple. Annually, $2 million is awarded to a program demonstrating success and readiness for expansion over 3 to 5 years. I'm pleased to inform you that this is the first year in 2024 the program of scale was awarded in India to one of the very prestigious clubs, Rotary Club of Delhi Premier. They were given this particular grant for 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to welcome a very senior Rotarian who has done tremendous amount of work in Rotary, especially in the villages. He was a charter member of Rotary Club of Midtown, and he was also a charter member of Rotary Club of Delhi Premier. He's a very successful chartered accountant. Namaskar, sir.
It's a pleasure to be with you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
This whole podcast series that you are doing will create a treasure trove of history of Rotary in India.
Thank you so much, sir. Because of motivation from seniors like you, that we get inspired to sort of share our time to educate various youngsters today who are joining Rotary. And it's pleasure and honor to welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So should we start with your journey about Rotary?
So my journey about Rotary, if I were to tell you a secret, I became a Rotarian 3 months before the age of eligibility. Mr. O.P. Welch said, I am the charter president. You have just told me what your age is. Don't worry. You are such a dedicated community service worker. I will take you as a full Rotarian.
Wow.
And that's how it started.
This is wonderful. So that means right from the childhood, you had to give it back to the society. The desire to share your knowledge, wisdom, and your time. Sir, should we come back to our main topic of the day? How did you think and start and visualize this program of scale project?
I started rainwater harvesting check dams when I saw the tremendous problems that the farmers in Rajasthan have because of shortage of water and the tremendous impact on the climate and therefore on the health of the people in Rajasthan. One day we read about Sri Rajendra Singh of Alwar getting the Magsaysay Award for rainwater harvesting check dams. And I rang him up and we then signed a memorandum of understanding between PhD Chamber and Mr. Rajendra Singh so that it could have a wider platform. I was the president of the PhD Chamber of Commerce in that year. Perhaps it was the year 2000, 2001. And from that year, every year, with the help of friends and with the help of other Rotarians and corporates, we have been building rainwater harvesting check dams through the PhD Rural Development Foundation as the implementation partner. And our journey has taken us to Rajasthan, Haryana, Orissa, and Maharashtra. And then I realized in my repeated visits that the use of technology is actually reversing the results. More and more powerful borewell pumps came in, and the water that was going into the subsoil due to the rainwater harvesting check dams, the farmers started drawing it for the purpose of irrigation for agriculture. The result was that the subsoil water levels kept falling.
That is very inspiring and absolutely wonderful, sir. So, what I'm sure you're working in that direction, you're thinking in that direction, and did you find any solution to this particular grave problem that the country was facing?
Yes, we talked to different farmers, we visited many places, and what I found was that the best solution, both from the point of view of water conservation and more importantly, the income of the farmers, is to enable him to go in for fruit production, combined with the new technology of drip irrigation. Simple new technology of drip irrigation. And I had been doing it for 4 or 5 years with good results. And luckily, one of the senior Rotarians in our club, Mrs. Anisha Dalmia, forwarded to me the literature on the scale grant. And there I found that this idea will fall under 2 or 3 of the heads. One, it is directly rural development. Number 2, if I'm able to put up adequate number of large trees, it will lead to fighting climate change in due course. And of course, at the bottom of my heart was increasing the income of the farmers.
Anisha ji, a personal message to you from my side. Thank you so much for motivating Mehta Sahab to apply for the grant. It is because of you, as he says. Well, salute to you, thank you to you for sort of initiating this program by your prestigious club.
And
So let's-
equally, because of Mr. Sudhanshu Pachisha,
Uh-huh.
who was the president in the year.
Yes, he's
he
also a very
allowed-
dynamic personality in your club.
Absolutely. He allowed me to apply for it,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and the battle was on.
So thank you, Sudhanshu. Thank you, Anisha. It's been a wonderful for you guys to sort of get this project into our great country. So when you applied for this project, you had to compete with an entire world. What was your strength that time to sort of compete with this project and get that project?
We had to look for and discuss with various Rotarians, myself and my son, who is a Rotarian, Mr. Vikram Mehta, attended many modules of courses which Rotary International prescribed for those who want to apply for any scale grant. I think 4 or 5 of those courses were attended by us. And from the lessons drawn from that, plus my own experience, led me to improve and kept improving upon the plan that we were submitting. 3 specific areas. One, you must be able to demonstrate impact. Luckily, in PhD Rural Development Foundation and in our club, as you know, is very young, 6 years old. But before we applied, we had already built 3 rainwater harvesting check dams from the club. Apart from the about 400 rainwater harvesting check dams built by PhD Rural Development Foundation. Then I had also started doing fruit planting by distributing fruit plants free of cost to the farmers in the areas where water levels were going up due to the availability of subsoil water from the check dams.
Wow. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So there's one thing I'd like to ask you. Would you like the other clubs or Rotarians to get involved in this kind of a project with you?
Absolutely. The areas where we are working is huge. The need, while we have budgeted for 24 check dams, we can build not 24 but 30. And out of 24 also, we can request some of the clubs to come forward and take up independently the check dams. However, it has to be beyond 24 because some of those check dams cannot be from the grants. They can be from GSR money, which those clubs may raise. They
Right,
can
right.
be from contribution by the Rotarians themselves,
True.
but not funded by grants. The whole purpose of Rotary is that the grant that they are giving and the project itself should catalyze Rotarians into activity.
Wonderful. So if you give me your permission, can I address you as KS, sir?
No, only KS. Once, I believe, once you are a Rotarian, all Rotarians are pari material. They are absolutely equal to each other.
Thank you so much, KS. And I'm going to ask you one very important question. Can you talk about your journey at the time of filing the application for this prestigious grant?
Sir, we knew that we had to strengthen the whole application. I could not just say that I have built 12 check dams from the Midtown and the Rotary Premier and planted 2,000, 3,000 trees. We had to show how we are going to bring in simple but latest technologies, how we are going to build in science into helping the farmer to improve his growth. For example, we approached Kajri to help us with that because they have developed new plants specially suited to arid area. We approached and got technical cooperation help from the Pusa Agricultural Institute, which is the premier institute in India. Incidentally, they command 10% of the budget on agriculture research.
Wow.
And then we got help from 2-3 other leading companies. Chambal Fertilizer came forward. Dhanuka Pesticides, who have their own research center, came forward, and all of them expressed their support. Apart from this support, the most important was the support from the district governors of the districts in which these 4 projects areas were located.
Wonderful.
Jhansi, our area's district governor was located in Udaipur. He came forward with his support. The Dausa club presidents came forward with their support. The Alwar club presidents and district governor came forward with their support. And they all came to meet the Rotary International team of 6 people who came to appraise our project as to whether do we have their support or not. And I'm deeply grateful to our own 3011 district governor, the district governor elect, and the district governor nominee at that time, Mr. Gumnani, Mr. Current
Mahistra Kajri.
district governor, and at that time Mr. Jitendra Gupta,
Wow,
the
wow.
district governor. They came forward and they said we will fully support them, and the other district governors expressed their support in a Zoom teleconference with them. But I must tell you, it's good to have some lightness in the interviews. When the Rotary International team came to, we said, sir, whether our project is good, whether we are giving them the villagers wholehearted support, you please talk to the villagers. So we took them to the village. They said we want an interpreter. So we got them a young girl as an interpreter who was studying in the, who was a BA graduate in English, and they drove out all the men farmers from the camp first, then they drove out all the Rotarians, and then they talked to the ladies one to one by interpreter with the help of the interpreter in Hindi. And then they talked to the gentlemen farmers to ask them specifically as to what is the benefit of the check dam? Number two, what is the benefit of the plants that they have already put up in the last 2-3 years? And number three, whether we as Rotarians are helping them fully or not. Now, just see the range of support systems that you have to build up for such an application. It has to be the local people, it has to be your regional Rotarian authorities, it has to be technology and science input according to the level which can be absorbed by the farmers.
It's so wonderful. I think it was your foresight that you could work and motivate all the beneficiaries of this particular project, and you guided them and you helped in a way the protocols being followed by the Rotary International team who came in here. This is such a wonderful thing. It's really fantastic.
No, and by the entire club, seniors were with us, all the active Rotarians.
Wow.
I take my hats off to them.
Thank you. It's wonderful. KS, it is very inspiring. It is beautiful. My next question is, obviously, you would like to guide other clubs, other districts to apply for similar grants for different projects, because India has such a lot of demand for doing newer and newer projects. What advice would you like to give it to the entire Rotary fraternity?
Sir, the fundamental requirements for a good, healthy population is income, number two, education, number three, health. Let me share with you what some clubs can do. Either 2-3 clubs can get together, 2-3 districts can get together, or some club may like to take it up independently. Look at our school system. The problem is the state governments do not have money to renovate the school buildings. They don't have money to renovate the computer classrooms. They don't have money even to repair leaking roofs. And this I am telling you of my experience, even in our own Rajasthan and in Haryana. Mr. Mohan Gupta from our club is using his CSR money for renovating schools in Haryana. I have been visiting schools in Rajasthan. Now, if one were to take up and say that we will renovate 100 schools, 100 schools means a budget of 50 lakhs divided into 100, because the minimum grant is 2 million.
Right.
And the project has to be of adequate size. And technology, say that we will upgrade the computer rooms, number one. Number two, we will link it to either Jaipur or Delhi and start English language training through the smart boards or through tele instructions, which are very prevalent today. If you look at the English language institutes, they are doing it. Number three, invest in upgrading their playing fields. This kind of a project directly ensures an increase in attendance by 35 to 40%, of whom majority are girls. Therefore, this is one project which is directly in the 7 areas of focus of Rotary. Take health. Start, for example, we are working in 15 villages. From our project, we cannot divert money for anything other than integrated rainwater harvesting and agriculture and horticulture. But any other club can apply or come to us and we will help you to do that project. Even with a global grant, why not start a regular mobile medical van which goes twice a month to each village in that area, or go to midday meal. If the mobile medical van, which can be funded by CSR and the club jointly, can go to those 15 villages, they can tie up with a small nursing home or a medical hospital
Right.
in Dosa so that it can be referred to them. The Dosa Rotarians, I take my hats off to them. They are very active, but at the end of the day, their pockets and the pockets of the large clubs in the larger cities are limited. But they have all that enthusiasm that is required. Similar projects can be thought of the moment you look all around you.
Wonderful. Guess, on behalf of all my listeners, on behalf of all those people who have sort of joined hands with you earlier, I would like to express my gratitude for having shared your wealth of knowledge with regard to your current project. Thank you so much for sort of guiding all the Rotarians in case they want to apply for similar grants, what kind of projects they can apply for. It's been a pleasure talking to you, sir, and we hope to call you again, take your guidance. And I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, if any Rotarian wants to have further discussion or further help, I'm sure KS will be more than happy to guide them to get another grant given to us in India. Thank you so much, sir.
But also look at taking up smaller projects in our project area, even today.
Excellent.
Even that is available. Take up one school because your club will have to show that it has a history of doing similar projects.
Right.
And that is what will enable you to apply for a grant 2 years from now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm
And
grateful.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this very special episode. Have a lovely day. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind to all the listeners, especially my Jai Hind to you for hunting me out and calling me for the podcast.